Hi guys, today I want to talk a bit about Fusion titles that are available by default in Davinci Resolve in free version as well as studio version. What I'm talking about are titles in Fusion titles section. There is a lot of them, but what I want to show you today is the possibility how you can customize it to your needs and how this kind of titles can work as a base of what you want to achieve. So let's say I want to use the title that's called Fade On. Let me grab it to the timeline. So this is how my default title looks like. It's nicely blurred in and blurred out. And what I want to do is to customize it more. Of course, you can do it in the inspector, but as you see, you don't have much possibilities, much controls. You can change font, tracking a bit. What else? Some line spacing, and that would be a color, and that would be basically it. The text, of course, let's say travel video. Let me increase the size. And this is basically it, what you can change and customize. So what we're gonna do today is to transform this title effect into this one in Fusion page. So the beauty of this solution is that these titles are made in Fusion. So we can further customize it to our needs, but we need to open it in Fusion. So if you're not into Fusion, you can get this effect from my Coffee page for free. But before you do that, make sure you tap subscribe and like. That will really support my work. And for those of you who want to learn Fusion,
Anybody else?
bear with me and hopefully you're gonna get something out of it. Okay, so to start, you need to open this title in Fusion page. You can do it in two ways. You can click this icon in the inspector, or you can simply open Fusion page while the playhead is over your clip, in our case, the title. So let me click this icon to open Fusion page. Let me close inspector and effects. And this is what the Fusion composition looks like when you open it. Of course, it's not everything because this is a group of nodes. So first we need to ungroup it, right click, ungroup. And yeah, there's not much going on here because we have only our text node and blur node. So if I give a click on the text node and open inspector, it looks as a regular text plus title, but now we can see all the options, all other tabs like layout, transform, a shading, and so on. So we get much more possibility to make adjustments. And in the blur node, which is responsible for blurring effect, of course, at the beginning and at the end, we've got something that's called modifiers tab enabled because the blur size, if you watch the blur size control while playing the clip, the blur size is changing at the beginning, it going to 0 around middle of our clip, and it goes back to the default value, which is 10. And this is done by something that's called anim curves. If you open modifiers tab, you'll see what happens. We got a easing curve shape that looks like that. And we've got the scale control set to 10. So this is our maximum value that will achieve right around here. So in the middle of our clip. And as you see, it will ramp up at the beginning and going down at the end. That's why this blur effect is animated. Okay, and in the same way, in the text node, if you open modifiers, you'll see actually three modifiers. One for opacity, which means it will gradually increase opacity at the beginning and decrease it at the end. You got character spacing. As you see, it changes along the way. And some kind of calculation. I don't actually know what it does right now, but it doesn't matter at the moment. So let me go back to Tools tab. So we've got this anim curve set at tracking control level because you got this red diamond here. And in shading tab, we got anim curves set on opacity control. Okay, hope that makes sense. Okay, so let me close the inspector to have more place in the nodes panels. So what I'm gonna do is create a background node. I like to work over the background node, which is the same size as our timeline resolution. So in the inspector, in the image tab, I uncheck auto resolution and make sure the width and height is the same as our timeline resolution. In that case, it was already set like that, but if you want to change it, you can do it that way. Okay. And I will disconnect my text node and merge it over my background. One more thing, in the background node, most of the time I make it transparent, so in color tab, I set alpha to 0. And now I will merge over the text node over the background node like that. I just drag the outputs like that. Let me show you again. I just drag the output of the text and place it over the output of the background node. So now the background is connected to our background input and the text is merged over, so it's connected to the foreground input. Yeah. And I connect it to the rest of our composition. So basically nothing changed because all we did was background node, which is transparent, and we've merged over the text node and connecting the rest of the animation as it was before. So we still got the same effect as before. So what I'm gonna do now is make a copy of my text node. So I select it and tap Ctrl C, but I will paste it with combination Ctrl Shift V. It will create an instance copy, which means that if I change anything in this node, for instance, the text, it will be also changed in my original text node. Why I did this kind of copy? Because I will use this text node, this instance copy, as a mask for my fast noise. We'll get to that in a moment. So first, what I'm gonna do is in the shading tab, let me preview my instance copy on the left. So I tap 1 on the keyboard and now I see my output media out on the right and instance text on the left. So what I'm gonna change in the instance text copy is first I'm gonna deinstance the appearance control in the shading. So right click and the instance. So now if I change this control, it will not affect my original text. Okay, this is how it works. So I'm gonna choose border fill, and I also need to change extend horizontal and extend vertical. So I will also deinstance it because I don't wanna, I just wanna make changes in my copy, and I will increase it to maybe 3. If you reach the maximum possible value in your controls, sometimes you're able to manually input the higher value, for instance, 3. Yeah, it works. And I will also extend a vertical. And I will also round the corners. So I need to the instance this control as well. And I will round the corners like that. Okay. It will make more sense in a moment why we are actually doing it. And now what I want is add some softness to it. So as well, I will de-instance the X and Y. Okay. Now let me open a selection tool. So tap Shift Space and search for fast noise and click Add. I will disconnect it. So I will hold Shift and drag it away. And I will delete this merge node. It was created automatically because we had a node selected. And if you add another node, it will automatically merge it over this node. So that's why we had this merge node, but we don't want to do that. You can also add fast noise from this panel. This is the second node from the left. So let me drag it like that. In the fast noise node, let me preview on the right this time. So I tapped 2 on the keyboard. I need to modify my fast noise. What I'm gonna do is increase contrast, something like that. Maybe decrease brightness a bit. Okay. I will uncheck lock X and Y because I want to modify Y scale. I will increase it so it gives me some horizontal stripes, and I will also increase scale of the X. Okay, maybe something like that. And what you need to do if you press play button, nothing happens with the fast noise because you need to increase synth rate. Let me set it to 0.5, something like that. So now the fast noise is animated, and I want to mask this fast noise with my instance copy of the text. So this is actually the mask, what you see. So if I connect my output of the instance text copy and connect it to the input of the mask of the fast noise, you'll see fast noise only under this mask. So under our text. So this is how it looks so far. Now with the fast noise node selected, open selection tool. So shift space again, and I will need race node. So search for race and click add. It will automatically add the node right after my fast noise node because fast noise node was selected. Okay, and let me preview it. So I will tap 2 and we're gonna customize it as well. So I will set decay. Yeah, decay is fine. Maybe exposure is too much, something like that. And I will decrease the threshold. Yeah, so this is before and after. Next node we're gonna need is soft close. So again, with the race node selected, open selection tool and search for soft glow and click add. Let me preview soft glow. It's too strong, so I also need to customize it. There's too much of gain. We can finally merge our fast noise and race and soft glow over our text, original text. So I will grab the output of the soft glow and merge it over our last merge node. That will create automatically another merge. And if we preview media out, which is our whole composition, you should see text with our fast noise animation. So it should look something like that. But the issue is that the fast noise is visible whole time, so we need to animate blend parameter in the merge node. And we're gonna do it the same way as I've showed you in the blur node. So we're gonna use anim curves to do that. So with the merge node selected in the inspector under blend control, you just right click the blend control and select modify with anim curves. That will automatically enable modifiers tab. Let's jump right into it. And what we see is our anim curves for the blend parameter. In here, it's linear. So let's change it to maybe easing, or you can use custom to do it. You can do it the same way as the blur animation was done. So as you've seen, I just dragged this curve and we can further customize it. That should work. But yeah, but we need to invert it because we want to start from the maximum value and go to 0 and back to maximum value. So we need to invert it. And it behaves right now as we want. But actually in this case, I will choose easing. And I will, as an out easing animation, I will choose cubic, and as an in, I will choose CNF. The invert is checked as before because we want to start with the maximum value and we want to go to 0 along the way. But in this case, we want to check also mirror, because if not, the animation will start from its maximum value and will go to 0. But at the end of the animation, we want 0 value somewhere around the middle of the clip. So if we choose mirror, it will go to 0 at the middle, and it will go from 0 to its maximum value. Hope it makes sense. Sorry for my English. I'm not reading script. It was difficult to explain, but hopefully it makes sense. So if I click mirror, you get maximum value going back to 0 and from 0 to maximum value. So we got this blend parameter animated. Okay. And that should be basically it, I think. So let me see how it looks in our edit page. What I'm gonna add is the color of the fast noise is white, and I think it would look better if it was yellowish as the sunset. So in the fast noise node, go to color tab, and in here you can manipulate the color of the fast noise basically. So I will change the white color and I will reduce blue out of it, so it will turn into yellowish color. Okay, so this is how it looks. So as you see, it was a couple of extra nodes and the whole title animation looks different. I strongly recommend you to play with it, to have fun with it, and to come up with your stunning and epic title animations. As said at the beginning of this video, this effect is available on my Ko-fi page. You can download it for free. If you don't feel like playing with Fusion, leave a comment if you want to support my channel, tap subscribe and like if you haven't already. Thanks for watching till the end. Cheers and see you in the next one.